I'm not in the distillery today, I'm in my garden, and I thought I would do something different and show you some of the plants that I grow, which I use in the distillery, or I hope one day to use in the distillery. Taken from my balcony, but if we look down there, you can see where some of the trees are growing, but I've tried to populate every space in the garden with something. This here is my vanilla grass. Now, vanilla grass, very much like tonka beans, and if you don't know what tonka beans are, you should look them up. It's a more complex kind of smell than vanilla. It's quite addictive, and you'll recognise it in lots of places once you start to play with it. But if you rub your hands through this, it just produces the most beautiful smell. I was considering putting it in vodka, in all my vodkas, but the problem with that is it doesn't run through a still, so you have to add it after distillation. And really, the thing about vodka is you want it to be absolutely pure. Next, I'm growing pimientos de padron, which are peppers from Spain. The idea with these is they go really nicely with gin. You just fry them with some salt on a hot plate. Salt and olive oil, that's all that's required. They blister up and become absolutely beautiful. Now if we head downstairs, I've got a few olive trees growing around the place, but that's not what I'm wanting to show you here. This is pandan. You can see it's also produces a vanilla-like kind of flavour. It's the thing that's used in sticky rice, and anyone who's been following the distillery knows that I've been trying to get pandan vodka going well, but I've failed so far to get it quite as authentic as I wanted it, and I want the grassiness of the pandan to come through. I think I've sorted that out now, but I'm pretty excited about doing that. I'm just trying to get my timing right. I mean, it gets a lot of passion fruit on it. It's very good, but what happens is crows, rats, possums, everything comes along and eats it. So one of the first things that I made was a passioncello, which is like a limoncello but made from passion fruit, which is really popular, but it consumes an enormous number of passion fruit, and I just haven't been able to achieve that this year because of so many that have been stolen. Right, I'm heading down now into the main part of the garden. I might first take you to meet my little friends down here. Good morning, girls. These are my helpers in the garden. They're the only pets I have. I really love them. They're beautiful. Say hello, girls. Thank you for your eggs, Mavis. Thank you. So they come out, scratch around. They give me a huge amount of fertiliser, which allows me to keep things growing nicely, although there is no problem with growing things in budrum. I mean, I've got some flat leaf parsley, but there are some herbs that come through here that are particularly useful. I use sage a lot, and coriander quite a bit as well. My coriander hasn't come on yet. As most of you gardeners will know, it grows better actually at this time of year than in summer, so it just hasn't had a chance. This is a rainforest plant called Davidson plum, which one day will replace the sloes, or at least be an addition to the sloes in my sloe gin. I've planted them all around the place. They're still quite small, as you can see, but it's pretty happy, and I'm expecting next year it's just going to explode. Another couple of years before I can get anything off that, but I'm really looking forward to it. If you don't know the Davidson plum, you should have a look at it. It's quite an attractive tree. It gets all of its fruit along the stem of the plant, the main stem. Nothing hangs off the branches. So that's going to be quite nice to see. This is my little abiyu. It's a couple of years old now, and I kept it in a pot a little bit too long, but it's taken off. For the time being, if I eventually work out how to use abiyu, I will be taking from this little plant, but for the time being, I'll get those from my friend Conrad. This is a dragon fruit. It produced 4 or 5 fruit last year without any attention at all, and I'm expecting it's going to do the same again. I really need to spend a bit of time propping it up properly so that it can take over. This is my pomegranate. It flowers quite profusely. Pomegranate will be used once I can get it going to make a liqueur of some sort or an additive. It will never be the full basis, I don't think, of any gin or liqueur for that matter. And this is my miraculous lime tree. I steal from it every week pretty much to take things into the distillery or to give to friends and family, but it just keeps producing more and more. It's excellent. Here I have a lemonade. I haven't worked out how to use it. I don't think it'll ever produce enough to be particularly useful in the distillery, but wow, it's really nice just to come down into the garden, peel one and eat them. Well, it just has fruit on it pretty much all year round. The fruit lasts perhaps 2 seasons if you leave them on the tree, which is quite extraordinary. These are last season's fruit. I haven't had any flowers on yet. Kumquat, it's prolific also, it just grows in a pot. You don't need a lot of kumquat, but these are quite useful if you're making up a tincture that has a very citrusy kind of flavour. Mandarin. This is an Afura mandarin, which are the ones, if you're a mandarin fan, they're probably your favourite. I absolutely love them. I can't get enough. This is a cinnamon myrtle. Now, I don't need a lot of leaves from this. It is a very nice addition to both gin and to Amaro. It produces exactly the flavour of cinnamon, really, just as, well, perhaps with a slight twist. But you can see it's doing very well. It hasn't been in here that long, but it's going very nicely. A feijoa. Anyone who has not had a feijoa needs to get out there and have one. They're about $5 a fruit, and they're quite small, so they're expensive, but it's worth trying at least one. Tastes a lot like a sour bear. This thing flowered up last year, so I'm expecting I'll have fruit this year. Very hopeful anyway, and it may be used for some limited releases. It just depends on how productive the plant is. Oh, and this I'm very excited by. This is a jackfruit. Now, a lot of you will have had jackfruit, but this is a crispy jackfruit. The crispy jackfruit is, it's a bit like a lolly. It's incredibly addictive. I'd have to say it's probably my favourite fruit. These things are just absolutely delicious. Because they're so rare, it's so hard to get, that makes them even more special. I will probably experiment with it when it starts producing. I think it also is another couple of years away. My grapefruit. I've struggled with this grapefruit. It produces some very big fruit, and it's been producing from quite young. If anyone can tell me why it does this, I would love to know. It could be me. It could be that I've been putting too much white oil on it and it's done something to the skin, or it could be some kind of bug. I haven't been able to work it out. Little grapefruit growing on there. They look nice. I hope that will produce something for me this year. Actually, I see a lot of them around the place now. But the problem I was talking about is this curly leaf. It's just so annoying, because the plant is actually quite a beautiful plant if I step back and show you, but gee, I really can't tolerate the curly leaf. The lemon tree here that is also quite productive and suffers the same fate with the skin. It's got some kind of, which has stopped me from using it for my my gins. Well, actually, I should show you this, because this is a fabulous plant. If you like licorice and anise, this little plant, that already produces enough for me to be useful in the distillery, because the flavour is just absolutely so intense. In fact, I made a gin through perhaps 30 leaves and I've had to set it aside. It is just so licoricey. I can't sell it yet. I'm going to use it as a concentrate to blend things. But this is a fantastic little tree. These elephant leaves have just gone completely insane. They're over the top of it. So shortly I'll be chopping that down so that it can get some winter sun and really grow over next summer.